I would like to insert this video into your head for you to remember later. Although I would rather you hear this video and take whatever actions you can. I mean, it's kind of hopeless. There's almost no point. But here's the thing. A guy online reminded me of the Carrington event. And that was a solar storm that happened in around 1882 or so. And then I commented that he might want to look up the Miyake events, or Miyake. I don't know what it is, but the Carrington event was a big solar storm. And that was back when there was just telegraphs and stuff like that. And so it was a really simple electrical world. And it caused some, minor problems. But now, a solar storm would take out a lot. And the Carrington event wasn't the biggest one historically. Geologists or somebody can look at records of things and stuff, sciencey people, and they find that other events like that have occurred, perhaps caused by supernovas and other stars, or by our own sun. Our own sun is just always there and we love it. Yay, the sun is God, let's worship the sun. But it could kill us all at any time. And because we have such a complex society, we're in an extremely fragile position where unless we dig in and unless we plan for there being no electricity, no satellites, then we're screwed. And the truth is, if that happens, since we're not prepared at all, our entire power grid goes down, perhaps worldwide, and billions will die pretty quickly. And that could set off a chain of events that could save the Earth, actually, from us. It could reduce the population heavily, and it would be very painful, though. So when the solar storm hits, if you feel like it, you can remember, I remember this video. Some dumbass was saying, we should prepare for shit. And, that's what I'm saying. And I'm not prepared. I'm screwed just like you are. I don't have a cool bunker and everything. I should have like a ham radio in a Faraday cage, so that because there's other people that definitely probably have ham radios and Faraday cages. I don't know if that even really matters. Like, I guess it would be neat to know the extent of the problems in the world, and that might be useful, but what does it matter if I can talk to somebody thousands of miles away? I guess if there's ham radios nearby, that might be handy. Perhaps every community should have a shielded, protected ham radio for communications. But more importantly, what we can actually do now is plant food forests, because our food system will fail, and our sanitation system will fail, our water systems will fail along with the electricity. Pretty much everything that you think of as civilized and civilization will fall apart. And that's almost unavoidable. It could cause our total extinction. It might not. It just seems very likely. And that's just one risk. I mean, we could also have disease risks. There could easily be a actually bad pandemic, worse than what we've experienced ever before, that could kill us all. We could genetically engineer something that would kill us all. I mean, there's so many existential risks and threats that we're just in a very weak position overall. But the thing is, with a solar storm, we have no control over it. We are not prepared, and we know it's going to happen. We don't know when, but we know it has happened repeatedly in the past. Big ones that we don't remember, that probably became mythology and stuff. But people lived, completely off the land without technology. Humans have been around for a long time, so there's probably been a lot of these solar storms that have hit us. And, it must just, I don't even know what it would look like. I don't know if the sky lights up in weird ways or what. And maybe past solar storms, like before there was technology, maybe they didn't really affect us a ton. I don't know. But now we're so reliant on technology. All of our food distribution systems, our medical systems, our transportation, cars are now computers. We're just in such a weak state. I mean, what happens when like all the cars get fried? You know, all the ones built after like 1970 something or 80 something. I don't know when. I don't know much about cars. But the thing to do then is to, in any case, plant food forests so our agricultural system is not dependent on fossil fuels, which is a different topic actually, or machinery, which is related. I mean, geez, they have tractors out there now that have software in them, and the licensing agreement is you can't change it or mess with it. You know, you don't have the right to repair, you don't have the right to mess with it. You don't really own it. And so I think digging in, you know, it makes sense in any case, because there's, you know, whether it's climate change or whatever thing is you're worried about, it doesn't really matter if that thing's going to occur or not. Something will eventually occur. It always has. And a solar storm certainly will occur. So we're certain on that one, right? We are fried. So the Faraday cage, by the way, is what I mentioned. You can have a wire box. They even have little pouches you can put your cell phone in so that when you walk around, you can't be tracked. You know, there's like RFID readers for stuff. And so, but the idea is that it's a wire mesh that interrupts the electromagnetic radiation from a solar storm. Because it's not the sun that, if I understand correctly, it's not the sun that is the problem in terms of sunlight. Sunlight's not the problem. I don't know that it fries all the plants or something, but it's the electromagnetic spectrum radiation that then interferes with electronics. And so with a Faraday cage, you can actually interrupt that. And then you have to imagine, well, can we have whole rooms that are a Faraday cage where they have wire mesh built into the walls of it, and maybe put them partly underground for just general stability anyway, or all the way underground. I don't know if that matters or not. I don't know how this electromagnetic stuff, like, does it go deep into the ground or not? But then you could put servers in there. You could put technology in there that you think is important. Things that we could use to then recover from pretty much total societal collapse. And, you know, I would actually like to expand my library to include all the knowledge that we have gained about how to survive, you know, for chemistry and... I gotta pay attention in here. Fuck. I mean, this is survivalist level stuff, you know. Prepping for collapse, because we know there will be interruptions in systems. And even living where I do, I've seen, well, twice in my life, I've seen cars lined up to get gasoline. Oh, actually, I saw them in a different place in the world, too, where nobody had gasoline due to a massive social conflict that lasted for years and years. And places like Cuba still deal with, you know, electrical problems. Even Puerto Rico has problems with electricity. But, you know, Cuba has a real problem keeping the lights on. And so you may think survivalist people or preppers sound like they're nuts. But no, you're nuts if you don't think like that. And you're going to fucking really regret it when it happens. And so, I don't know. Use your options if you got them. Figure out that, or just accept your death, whatever. We all die anyway. But I guess I don't really want to see it. This is not me optimistically saying this is what I want to occur. It's me saying this is what will occur. And the exact form of it and timing of it, I don't know. But I can see that, you know, we now have a worldwide civilization that is showing all the signs of collapse in the industrial world. It's all there. It's obvious. So, you know, we have fake money. We eat food not made of food. We're sicker than ever before. We think we're healthier. But it's my belief that actually lifespans will at some point start to go down. because we've contaminated so much of the planet. And the only people who will be able to pay for the medical care to keep them living longer will be a minority of rich people. But, there's places where we've contaminated the water so bad you can't drink it. That's not a great thing. We've got, it's just a mess. Anybody who feels optimistic about the world as it is, and I understand why they would be, because like overall level of violence has gone down over the last hundreds of years. And it wobbles around a little bit based on demographics and things. But, it only takes one nuclear war to change all that, too. Our statistics could get a little messed up. Yeah. Painful. It's going to be really painful. I don't want to see it. But I hope we as a society, as we see collapse happening, that we can prepare better. And certainly, it shouldn't even be controversial that we can plant food forests. That's no threat to anyone. It's an obvious thing to do. Super fucking obvious. See you later.